how to maximize your child's potential. It's a big topic, it's a very important topic, especially how we're in this lockdown phase and how we are not just parents to our children, but we're also playing the roles of our teachers in their everyday lives. So it's a topic that I really am excited to discuss with you guys about today, because as parents, we don't want to be pushy parents, but at the same time, we want the best for our children, right? So it's about drawing a balance between that. And I want to explore with you 5 areas that will be very effective to apply. So these 5 areas are going to be, so area number 1 is going to be teaching your children the importance of hard work. Area number 2 will focus on allowing your child to become accustomed to failure and how they can see failure as growth. Area number 3 will look at slightly older children around how they can manage their time on a daily basis and what tool they can use to do that. And area number 4, which links in nicely with that, is about persistence. And area number 5, to get them more focused, is all about goal setting. So let's start with area number 1, the importance of hard work. There are a lot of professors, institutions, psychologists, researchers that say don't just praise ability, but praise hard work, praise the work ethic. Work ethic is very important, because when you start praising the work ethic, like for example, instead of just saying you've got amazing marks on your exam or on your test, or you've done this homework excellently, which is great feedback, a way you can enhance that feedback so your child appreciates what they've had to input into it. You could say, for example, look at the hours you've spent to get the result that you've got. Look at the different colors you've used to make this picture really amazing. And that almost instills inside the child's mind a recipe that they must sort of do, or a certain way that they can input to achieve that top result. And then no matter what the circumstances, come what may next time round, whether the homework changes or there are different questions in the exam or the test, they know that they have to put in the hard work, and they'll learn to appreciate that as they grow older. Point number 2 is how you can enable your child to become accustomed to failure. See, failure, you need to instill in your child's mind that failure doesn't mean that they are less than anybody else. No. Failure is a sign of growth, because they will be exploring ways that they otherwise wouldn't have been had they not failed in that first instance. But some of you parents are watching me right now, and you guys are probably thinking, well, hang on a minute. What if my child fails at something that they shouldn't be failing at? Right? Because it is a possibility. Something that the teacher has instilled, you know that the teacher has instilled, they've done the homework on it, they've got a gold star, now you're just practicing it with them through the lockdown period, and they should be getting it, but they're not. How do we sort of counter that? So one example that I can share with you, the word 3. We all know how to spell the word 3. So T-H-R-E-E. You know that your child knows the th sound and the E sound, but they spell it like tree, okay? So they've obviously failed because they haven't got it right. When you've asked them to spell 3, they've spelled it tree. But this is how you take parenting to the next level, or how you could do. Instead of just saying or getting frustrated at why they're not getting it right, or at the fact that they've just failed and not got it right at all. It's important to sort of understand why. Now, it could be sometimes their attention span, their mood swings, their concentration. Are there any external factors affecting them? Or maybe they need to realize that they can't just take it for granted just because they got a gold star in their homework, that they're going to every single time just get it right without them having to focus or practice the word. So then you start making them grow. Now, do you see all of a sudden how we've turned this little failure into, actually, no, I need to consistently make sure that I'm practicing this word in order to keep up my excellent level. So now all of a sudden there's a change in the mindset. Point number 3 that I want to touch on, and this is slightly for older kids, is something that's happening in our household as well, is how you can manage their time effectively. Now, one way you can use, one powerful tool you can use is through a checklist. So what can happen is, and these can be simple things. So, right, what's the first thing your child's going to do when they wake up? Change their clothes, and they'll brush their teeth, they'll go to the bathroom, and they'll come and have breakfast. Then, okay, we'll do some mathematics. Then they can watch a YouTube video of their choice for 10-15 minutes. Then after that, they can do some phonics. Then you can break for lunch. You may do PE with Joe. So it breaks up their day. And in no way, shape or form am I suggesting that your child's life becomes almost like robot-like. But what I am suggesting is that something like a checklist can give a bit of a structure to your child's day. It can be very time efficient, and it can also, just give them a structured day. It can also give them more focus, was the word that I'm looking for. They're actually more focused on what they want to achieve and how they need to achieve it. This leads nicely onto the next point, which is persistence. So I'm not going to sit here and say to you, yeah, just do a checklist and your day is going to be perfect. Persistence is very key, very, very key. So for example, we as parents all know that there is never a perfect day. There's always going to be factors or things popping up in our lives that sometimes derail us momentarily before we can come back on track. So let's use the checklist as the example again. And if we're saying that they're now coming for breakfast, say they've changed their clothes, brushed their teeth, been to the bathroom, they're now coming for breakfast. They sit down, they want cereal, for example. You open the fridge and you realize that you've forgotten to get milk. So there's going to be a slight detour there. So you're going to go to your local shop, just whatever your local shop may be, and you're going to go and buy milk. Okay, now right now the weather is getting nicer as well. Sometimes you may have to take your child out. So you guys go on a nice walk, your child gets tempted to play. You're like, okay, let's give them another 5 minutes to play. But as soon as you come back to the house, there has to be that discipline and that devotion to say, right, we'll have breakfast, then we'll continue with what's on the checklist. It could be whatever. So for example, then we'll do maths. Then they can watch a YouTube video, then we can do phonics. That's why on the checklist, we never put times, because we know that there will be things popping up. But as long as the child is nurtured in this way, when they grow older, they will learn how to manage their time more effectively when they've got 1,001 things coming at them. And point number 5 is all about goal setting. So I'll give you my own example here. So just myself and my daughter, when we're playing tennis outside, our rallies, my daughter is age 5, our rallies last about 2 or 3 shots in a row before, the rally is broken down. Now all of a sudden, I set her a goal. I said, do you know what, let's play the ABC game, right? So you hit one shot A, second shot B, third shot C. I said, let's try and go up to the letter F. It's another 3 shots. All of a sudden now, I'm seeing at C, when I hit the ball to her, there's a bit more focus. She's determined to hit the ball back and get the D, just so we can progress from C. Now, I'm not suggesting or saying, even for a second, that our Ds have been perfect. They've been skied, they've been missed. But that's not the point. The point is she's more focused. We've had a few rallies that have gone up to E, but the point is she's very, very focused. And goal setting does that. It focuses the child. Small goal settings throughout the day. It could be anything, it could even be to do with baking, arts and crafts. How about you pick a talent that your child is good at, because we need to embrace individuality. Pick a talent and goal set them within their talent. They're more likely to try and break the record, whatever you set them. Make sure they're realistic, make sure they're simple, but at the end of the day, you're creating more focus. So those are the 5 points in summary. So please, I encourage you to comment, like. Please don't forget to like my page on YouTube, which is Ali Najfi Aspire. The next and upcoming topic, same place, same time, next Saturday, will be around how we can balance academia in the lockdown for your child and their leisure time, which is quite important as well, and how we as parents can deal with stress. So that's the upcoming topic. But please feel free to share with me your thoughts, your comments about this topic and what you think, and also about future topics, which I'll be completely open to. There will be another flyer with my contact details, so please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you very much.